Last night was the presidential debates between Trump and Biden, and Joe Biden was a disaster. He was mumbling.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look.
It got pretty bad because Trump ripped on a few of his gaffes.
The total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
There's footage of Joe Biden walking Joe off stage like he's a toddler and then talking to him like he's a child that finished his first day of school.
What those voters might make of it from our political professionals, from our CNN
What is going on?
and swing states.
What are we
Joe,
talking?
you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the...
And even Anderson Cooper of CNN went out to point out that Joe Biden's in cognitive decline and Democratic lawmakers are freaking out.
Some within your own party are wondering if President Biden should even step aside. What do you say to that?
Let's get into the video.
Move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Now, regardless if we think of Trump, if you love him or hate him, next to Joe Biden, he looks amazing. He's speaking and he doesn't have his eyes bulging out of his head like he's looking into the afterlife. As a supporter of the Democratic Party, how could you not see that Joe Biden needs to step down? Will he? Probably not. But Gavin Newsom, the used car salesman himself, he actually would look good against Trump. He would make Trump look bad because he's quick-witted and he's charming and he has that charismatic appeal. What the hell are you guys doing? He's past the point, bro. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean to an old man, but he's done. He should retire. This is elder abuse. You can't be in a presidential debate and change your diaper in the same day. That should actually be a clause in the American Constitution.
Those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on.
Oh, you can't gaff like that against Trump. He's going to bully you like he's in 6th grade. God, this is funny, but it's also sad because Biden, you could see in his expression, he knows when he messed up. His head's down all like, ah, crap, I said the wrong thing and I had a brain fart. Like, we're laughing at this, but nobody actually wants to see an elderly man in this situation. And it's not being ageist to say that when someone's in cognitive decline, you can't prop him up like this. You can't force him to do presidential debates so the handlers, people in his cabinet, can maintain power. This is the equivalent of like a rich old man having to sign checks and stuff when his younger grandchildren are trying to buy like yachts and ships, forcing him to like the dealership and being like, yeah, just sign here, grandpa, it's fine, don't worry about it. Like, it's abuse.
The history of our country's
He doesn't know where he is.
Over the last
He
8
doesn't
years,
know where
It's
he
an
is.
embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
President Trump, over
What is that face? He has no idea where he is.
President Trump
This has to be a
walking
deep
off the
fake.
stage. The first debate
This
of the
has to be a deep
2024
fake.
campaign and the earliest
This isn't
presidential
real.
debate are now in the books. And
She's
in front
leading him
of
off
the voters
stage.
tonight.
Oh my God.
The first word on what those voters
What is-
from our CNN
what is going
flash
on?
poll and swing states
What are we
for
talking
which
about
we'll
here?
be talking to surrogates.
Jill is like his handler. It's like walking around a toddler. Oh my God, and they're still putting him up. Like, people see this. I feel like everyone knows. And then there's the clip of Jill, like, talking to him like he's a toddler.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. Let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Why?
Trump always lies. You're not going to win a presidential debate in 2024. Be like, oh, he lied. Be like, everyone knows he's a bullshit artist. He just exaggerates and or lies. But the fact that Joe Biden is talking to Joe Biden like he's a toddler, a child that finished their first day of school.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question.
Good job, Joe. You did it, buddy. You answered the questions. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Do you want to take a nap? How about we have some pudding? Maybe some ice cream. I know you love ice cream, Joe. And Joe's dumbass is just standing there like he's all impressed. Like, I did answer the questions. I'm still happy.
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do?
Look. When she asked the crowd, what did Trump do? They all wanted to say nothing. And she's like, lie!
What did Trump do? Lie!
So awkward. Oh my God, the Trump campaign already released. They already released an ad about the presidential debate last night.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare. We're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact of
Oh my God.
The choice, the idea that they're gonna. I've been proposing that everybody the millionaires pay 1%. So no one after I've not raised the cost of Social Security for anybody. When I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's still 30 seconds.
What I do is fix the tax system. For example, we had 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it just stopped. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
Trump 2024. Bro, how do they already have an ad going out about Biden's gaffes? If you have 1 minute and 35 seconds worth of gaffes because you cannot speak and you are the president, that doesn't look good. And the fact that in this ad, Trump didn't even have to say a word. He just let Biden speak for himself. The fact that this ad of Biden's gaffes went up so fast, the Trump campaign was strategic and knew he was going to make blunders during the debate. So they were going to pay attention to it, edit it, and get it up as soon as possible. It's genius. I also kind of feel bad because Biden is a human being. He's a person. This is not right. If this was my grandfather or a family member I cared about, I'd be very upset about this. But I can't stop laughing. This is so dumb. Of course, the White House still saying Biden's in good cognitive behavior. He's good. He's healthy.
He is not just my boss. You know, he's also a mentor to me. And I've spent sometimes countless hours with him, whether it's in the Oval Office, whether it's on the road. And I believe, for me, you're asking me my personal opinion, he is sharp. He is on top of things. When we have meetings with him, with his staff, he's constantly pushing us, trying to get more information. That has been my experience with this president. Anything else outside of that, I just shared with you what Dr. O'Connor said to me.
No way. No, he's not sharp. I do not believe he's sharp. Don't believe your lying eyes. President Biden is sharp.
I believe, for me, you're asking me my personal opinion, he is sharp. He is on top of things. When we have meetings with him, with his staff, he's...
Imagine having to be the White House correspondent where you have to pretend you don't see what everyone else sees. Like, we all know he's not good. Biden's not there. It's been like 2+ years. When he first got into office, you're like, okay, he's a little old, but he seems to be on point. His presidential debate in 2020 against Trump, he did really well. But in 2024, anyone who has eyes and is rational is like, yeah, he don't look too good. He doesn't sound too good. He looks like he's going to collapse and he does not know where he is. But of course, if you work in the White House, you have to lie your ass off.
King has described a panic inside the Democratic Party right now because of President Biden's performance in tonight's debate. He's been hearing from Democratic lawmakers and others around the country. Some within your own party are wondering if President Biden should even step aside. What do you say to that?
What we saw tonight is the president making a very clear contrast with Donald Trump on all of the issues that matter to the American people. Yes, there was a slow start, but it was a strong finish. And what became very clear clear through the course of the night is that Joe Biden is fighting on behalf of the American people, on substance, on policy, on performance. Joe Biden is extraordinarily strong, and that
on
cannot be
substance and
debated.
policy and performance tonight, I mean, the president's performance tonight clearly was disappointing for his supporters. CNN is reporting Democratic lawmakers watching the debate were worried about the president's performance. One said it was a disaster. Another.
Okay. CNN. When CNN is fact checking you in real time and telling you actually no, his performance was a disaster, you know you're cooked. It's over. Pack your shit up and leave. Maybe even make a run for the White House and have your angle be like, well, if a guy with dementia could run the White House, I think I, as Kamala Harris, the vice president, could do a better job.
What became very clear through the course of the night is the president making a very clear contrast with Donald Trump.
Yes, he made a very clear contrast with Donald Trump. He is in cognitive decline, borderline dementia. Donald Trump is not there yet. He might be. We'll criticize him if that happens. Can you just blatantly lie like this? I don't understand.
Does that matter to the American people? Yes, there was a slow start, but it was a strong finish. And
what do you mean? What was the strong finish? What does that mean? Is that a speaking point? Like, oh, he came off with a slow start, but it was a strong finish. We saw Joe Biden take him off stage. That was a very slow finish as well. That was painfully slow.
And what became very clear through the course of the night is that Joe Biden is fighting on behalf of the American people, on substance, on policy, on performance. Joe Biden is extraordinarily strong. And that
really was disappointing for his supporters. CNN is reporting Democratic lawmakers watching the debate were worried about the president's performance. One said it was a disaster. Another called it a train wreck.
Oh, my God.
Those are Democrats.
It must be so hard to be a Joe Biden supporter right now because your world came crashing down. You've been propagandized for about 2 years, maybe 3 years, that Joe Biden is like the smartest dude ever. He has a stutter, which he never had a stutter if you look up his old footage when he was like in his 40s. Never had a stutter, but now he's stuttering because he's getting older. It's normal. It's natural. But to have your world crushed like this live in front of the world, like if CNN is saying this about Joe Biden, your president, what do you think the rest of the world is saying?
Especially worried that Biden did not punch back on Trump's lies.
Listen, people can debate on style points, but
it's not style points.
And who is the president of the United States?
Bro, that's wild. She called it style points. Style points when Joe Biden gets lost and has brain farts. That's not style points. So Vivek Ramaswamy called this out. Months ago during the Republican presidential debate, the primaries. And he told Democrats, you guys have to just acknowledge Biden's in decline and just swap him out.
I want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is your nominee.
This
we know
age
he's
like
not
fine
even
wide.
the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class.
Oh my God.
So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else.
All right,
just
Mr.
tell us the
Ramaswamy.
truth.
This aged like fine wine. Why did they not heed this warning? You have Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama. I don't think Michelle Obama wants to do the job because it seems like a shitty job and everyone attacks you and hates you and everything becomes polarized because rationale goes out the freaking window because it becomes like sports. It's sports teams. We're just watching sports. We're watching sports for ugly, unathletic people. That's what's going on. I should become a politician. But the fact that they didn't listen to this warning, oh God, it's painful. It's hilarious, but it's painful. So yeah, Biden, I think, is done. I think it's clear. Maybe they won't want to step down, but if they go into this next election with Trump versus Biden, I think Trump will win because I don't know how in good consciousness you could vote for Biden after seeing tonight's presidential debate. Again, Michelle Obama, Gavin Newsom, a German Shepherd. We could go with a German Shepherd. They're more acute. They're more knowledgeful. They could smell things out and see things. I'll vote for a German Shepherd over Joe Biden if I was American. That being said, I'm going to leave you with this one meme that pretty much sums up the situation. We could have Biden's, Obama, and the most popular vice president in history, Kamala Harris. Now, I'm not saying it's Obama himself, but like all the bureaucrats who are involved in this, they want Biden to keep running so that they could keep the engine going, the machine. Because in all actuality, any bill you put in front of Joe Biden, he's probably going to sign if you tell him to sign it. Because he won't know where he is or what he's doing. That is the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna awkwardly wave until the intro comes in.